Home Affairs in KwaZulu-Natal has processed 457 migrants, of which only 2 were found to be in the country illegally. This comes after a group of foreigners in Durban were moved to a shelter after seeking protection from anti-migrant groups.
We have verified about 457 people today. Only 2 were found. Only one, the first one was found to be having a fraudulent permit, and that person was arrested on the spot. We're going to deal with that person through the Immigration Act and close the process. The other one had a rejection. Once we have received a rejection when we have made an application for a permit, that means you do not qualify to be in South Africa. You must find a way out of the country. That person had a rejection that is on the system saying that the process, his application had been processed, and that person should have been out of the country. So that person also was arrested. So which means 455 permits were verified and they were positive from our system. So that means including...
Where's home? Where's home? Where's home? Zambia. Oh! When are you going away? Oh, we're not from Maputo, Matola. Oh, where you come from? Chai? Gaza. Gaza? Oh! Hey, Gaza, what so we're taking you home today. Back to Mozambique. We are deporting you.
I think the issue of immigration is an international and a global issue. Now you can respond to it in one of 2 ways. You can say, how do you integrate citizens who come from other countries, give them legal status, make sure they learn what needs to happen in the country? Because if I want to go live in Germany, I must learn German. I must learn German laws. I must operate the German way. So a dialogue gives us an opportunity to say, what is that way? What is the South African way? But what Dudula is doing is, frankly, in my view, bordering on, because it is going out identifying people illegally. How does it, what power does Dudula have to verify papers of immigrants? It doesn't. So it goes out, it prescribes who is an immigrant, who's not, and then at the end of the day uses this to scapegoat citizens who come from other countries for government failures. What we should be doing coming out of this is to say, in dealing with the question of immigration, how do we integrate? But more crucially, let us stop ourselves in places where you can have communities that become exclusively about nationalities. You don't want little Lagos, or you don't want little Malawi, or whatever. You want integration. That's my view on immigration. Because then you can share knowledge and you can be part of this beautiful African continent. The same Dudula would never do that to American citizens, to Russian citizens, to any Asian citizens. They do it to fellow Africans. Why? Immigration is immigration, whether black, white, Indian, or colored. We must deal with immigration. But let's not be selective about picking where you want to pick and choose. Because at the end of the day,
Bodies have been retrieved from a milk cooling tank on a dairy farm in Humansdorp. Eastern Cape Police, emergency services and fire rescue teams were called to the scene on Wednesday afternoon. The constable was lowered into the tank using breathing equipment. He managed to retrieve the bodies of 2 farm workers aged 27 and 54. The employees were pronounced dead at the scene.
Some more.
What's this guy's running there? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, you guys about to say here. You about to say
Next one, come. Yeah.
Put this one in there. Put that under here.
Inside.
Run between.
Sit. Open legs. Yeah.
So if, for example, you even kick out all the sponsor shop owners tomorrow and say all the foreign nationals are owned and every single South African citizen, would those small-scale businesses survive because of our own policies? No. You ask a South
As you guys can see, that this is a real issue. All these shops, it's like a whole road. All the shops are closed. All the shops that hire illegals. All the shops that are operating legally. And it's all non-South Africans, y'all. Like, non-South Africans. All the non-South Africans who are operating legally have closed their shops. From restaurants to the barber shops, to the hardware shops, to the corner street shops. Everybody closed, shut down. The Chinese shops, they're out here hiring illegals, operating without a license. They heard from the city that they're coming to inspect today. So everyone, look how long this fucking road is. No South Africans have been hired. No operating license. Look how long this fucking street is. Everybody just shut down. And there's more if you go further down. There's more down there, guys. Where are we? We need our country back. We need our country back.
So guys, we have seen the videos. We have heard everything that was said. There's a lot of tension. There's a lot of propaganda, truth, lies everywhere. Right now, we don't know what is true and we don't know what is not true. But the thing I know is a lot is happening in South Africa. Immigrants, you don't have to wait. Documented or undocumented. You don't have to wait to experience what is to come. My advice, candid advice for you is please exit. Exit the country. The thing is, there are, governmental bodies that can regulate immigrants coming in, migrating to your country. Systems may have collapsed or may have been compromised, allegedly, right? But I also want to say the tension is getting worse every day. And this is the time Ghanaians, Nigerians, Botswanans, Malawians, everybody, Somalians, Ethiopians, Eritreans, anybody, Africa, Europe, Russia, don't wait. It's better you stay safe than experience what is to come. It might be over-exaggerated, it might be overhyped, and it might not be overhyped. We watch the videos every day. People are gearing up. If something similar has happened and they term everything right now as xenophobia or xenophobic in it. So I would advise, please, immigrants, your life matters. Damaged property can be gotten. Damaged businesses can be rebuilt. It's going to take time. But when somebody is unalive, when you are unalived, you can't buy that life back. You can't buy that family back. You might probably get another family or another, but you cannot replace the initial one. So my candid advice is exit. Don't wait for June 30th to leave. Don't wait to experience it, to see if it's true or if it's overhyped. I'll see you in my next video, and credit to everyone whose video was used. Please note that these videos are used strictly for educational purposes. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.